Original. Original bad man, mash up the place. In a bad man, mash up the place. Original bad man, mash up the place. In a bad man, mash up the place.
She said no, 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 no.
Bad man, mash up the place. In a bad man, mash up the place.
She said yeah,
bad man, mash up the place.
Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys all doing? So first of all, let me show you guys off my shirt. I love this shirt so much. Oh my god, it was just so cute. But anyway, so today's video is actually going to be very exciting. So we're going to be doing this natural looking hairstyle that a lot of you guys actually thought this was my natural hair. Isn't that quite interesting? I know. So the first thing I went ahead to do, as per usual, is to put some water on my hair. Just spray some water just to soften my natural hair. And then after spraying some water, I went ahead to use my Cantu Leave-In conditioner, as per usual, as well, to detangle and just make sure that my natural hair is soft and ready for manipulation. Okay? After using my Cantu Leave-In conditioner, the next thing I went ahead to use is this GS by Sadora Hair Growth Oil that I've currently been trying, and I think I've been enjoying it. Like, you know, it's really good. It makes my hair feel moisturized, and the moisture actually lasts for quite a long time, you know. Now, moving over to the styling process of this hair, we're going to be doing a faux hawk, like half faux hawk and then half Afro look. So now just go ahead to start parting my hair in sections. I'm going to be having 4 natural hair ponytails, with the first 3 in front being quite close to each other, and then the one at the back being the biggest section, and it's going to be like quite away from the rest of the 3 ponytails. Like, you guys will see what I mean. To hold my hair into these ponytails, I'm going to be using the Style Factor Edge Booster gel, and I'll just start applying this on my natural hair, and then use my bristle brush to brush this just so I can make sure my natural hair is properly held in place and sleek. And then I'll be using this elastic band and to hold my natural hair together. So I'm just going to repeat this process, like you guys will see, across the entire 4 ponytails. And along the way, if your hair gets dry, like you guys will see, mine got dry along the way. So what I did was just to spray some more water, and then if necessary, I went ahead to use the Cantu Leave-In conditioner again, just to soften my hair so it was a little bit easier for me to work with.
I'm feeling all this, she already know this. She want a bad man to come and video this. I'm feeling all this, she already know this. She want a bad man to come and video this. You a murder me, eh, 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 eh. You a murder me, eh, 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 eh. You a murder, 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 murder me. You a murder, 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 murder me. Oh Lord of His mercy, she a murder me. She did murder me. This body, baby, oh. Vicky's bad man, I see. Bulaka.
You guys can see how big my ponytail at the back is, and this is because this part of the hair is going to be covered by the Afro look. We're going to be crocheting, if that's a word. We're going to be crocheting this part of the hair, so there was no point of actually dividing and having more ponytails at the back. However, if your hair is quite very thick and you just have a hard time putting your hair in big ponytails like that, you can also feel free to just divide your hair into more ponytails, because regardless, we're going to be covering the back anyway. So no matter the amount of ponytails you have at the back, even if it's 1 like I had at the back, or 2 or 3, it doesn't really matter, because you're going to end up covering everything. So now that I'm basically done putting my natural hair into 4 ponytail looks, I'll just go ahead to twist this, just 2 strand twists, just so I could ravel my natural hair into a bun, and just put that away for now. To put this twisted look into a bun, I'll be using this tiny elastic rubber bands that I think I got them from Amazon. Yeah, I got them from Amazon. And then one thing you should note is always a good idea to put some oil on your elastic rubber band, just so it's a lot easier to take down when it's time to remove it without having to break your hair, because it just makes it very slippery that when you want to take down this hairstyle, it literally just slips out of your hair without pulling your hair or putting any tension at all. So now just go ahead to wrap my hair as per usual using my satin hair wrap, and I carried it for like overnight. So this is basically me the following morning. Hair extension we're going to be using today is the Marie Daniele Kinky hair extension. It comes with elastic bands like you guys can see, and this is in the color 1B. So the first thing I went ahead to do is to take out the elastic bands, and then I'll just start off with crocheting the back. And then to crochet the back of this hair, I divided the hair into two, like you guys saw. I cut that into two, and then after cutting it into two, I grabbed each strand from each half and divided that into three. So like split it into three parts. So this is basically what I'm currently crocheting onto my natural hair bun. So when I got halfway through the back of this natural hair bun, I stopped dividing the hair into two. So I stopped cutting it just because I didn't want to have the layered look. So I wanted everything at the back to basically be the exact same length. So at this point, I stopped cutting the hair into two. However, I was still splitting this kinky twist hair into three sections. I don't know if that makes sense, but you guys can see what I mean. So just basically split it into three, but stop cutting it at this point. And this is if you do not want the layered look. I wanted everything to be equal in length. So now I'll just keep doing this, keep crocheting this all the way around this entire bun at the back. So one thing I also kept doing was to crochet and just make sure that the bun is completely covered. And then after that is covered, I went onto the next section of our ponytail, like you can see, and crocheted halfway through, just so when I do like the bun with the kinky hair, it will overlap nicely and it won't be like a huge barrier sort of thing. So it blends really well. So I crocheted like half of it, like half of this third section, like you guys can see, just crochet that around, but not the entire section of that particular ponytail, just halfway through, just so that everything else of the hair is going to blend in, looking really nice and natural looking. You know what I mean? Now it's time for us to do the hawk look in front. I'm sorry you guys, I kind of got distracted on the phone, but yeah, so I grabbed about 6 strands of the kinky extension. I cut that into two, and I used the same elastic band to just make like a hook, sort of like a door handle. So this is what I'm going to use to create the rest of the buns in front. So I'll just hook this onto my natural hair bun. After hooking this onto my natural hair bun, you want to make sure you're detangling this hair. Just do like a quick, finger detangle pull, and just make sure everything is actually nice and easy to manipulate. So after finger detangling this, I'll just bend this kinky hair extension to cover my natural hair bun, and then go over top of it with this same elastic band to create sort of a bun look by making sure that this kinky hair extension is covering your natural hair bun. Then after doing that, I just went ahead to cut out the excess extension that we had, and then just push the rest of the little leftover blunt end into this elastic band and into that bun, and then use another elastic band again just to hold that down and make sure it's properly secure, nice and smooth. So now I'm just going to do this again for the second bun, just basically the exact same process. So hook this elastic band that has the kinky extension on it onto your natural hair bun, then bend the extension in such a way that it covers your natural hair bun. Go over top of that with this elastic band again, just to make sure that this bun is held in place, and then go ahead to cut out the excess kinky hair extension that is left, and then tuck in the rest of the blunt end of the extension into this bun, just so you can make sure everything looks tidy and neat, as you guys can see. So the last bun that we have left, I'll just grab this extension, do the exact same thing. However, this time around, we're not going to cut out any of the excess extension, like you guys will see. We're just going to blend that seamlessly into the rest of the hair, just so everything looks very natural and more like, you know, something you would do on your own natural hair kind of thing. You know what I mean? So that's basically it, you guys. Definitely feeling myself, like you guys can see. I really, really love this hairstyle. I was like, damn, this turned out so good. The texture, everything. I was just so in love with it. And the last thing I went ahead to do is to use my Got to Be freeze spray just to ensure that this hair is properly sealed, just in case the elastic band breaks in the future. The Got to Be freeze spray actually helps to keep everything held together without disrupting the entire shape. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much and have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye.
It's body, baby. VQs, let's go. VQs. I'ma make you bounce like a hurricane. I'ma make your bed rock like a hurricane. I'ma do it like nobody can. And I'll give you all the things that nobody can. I'ma make you bounce like a hurricane. I'ma make your bed rock like a hurricane. I'ma do it like nobody can. And I'll give you all the things that nobody can. Standard. Hurricane, ooh.